Hello everyone, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, where it looks like we have snow! Or at least what I think is snow. Apparently the seasons here, the months here, have really interesting names, like the month of dust, and then there's also things like the season of dust, or no, the season of glowing. Isn't that just so cool? There's going to be so much to be able to explore here in this new alien world that we're going to be calling home. And what's really exciting is there's going to be so many options because it's not just about us following like one story or adventure of how we grow up. There are actually multiple different kinds of endings, and the fate of the colony itself can actually rely on the decisions that we are going to be making over the course of our young teenagehood. So right now we're just a kid, and I'm a kid who was told I should actually go ahead and head over to like our humanities class up here in the ship, but I kind of don't wanna. I kind of want to see what the other kids are doing out here, and then I want to go to the greenhouse! The geophonics greenhouse where our dad happens to work, because that sounds amazing. Also, hey, Dice, what are you doing here? You see Dice sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly, without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong you think you might faint. Oh, okay then. That just kind of suddenly took a dramatic turn there. Ah! Okay, that's fine. It's not really fine. This is a lot scarier of an adventure than I thought it would be. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, Dice whispers, I think there are monsters out there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say I believe you instead of like, stop making things up or our parents will keep us safe, because you know, I think especially as a little kid, you really tend to lean into the things that you imagine and you daydream as being real. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. Oh, Dice! No. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Like, okay, maybe we have enough empathy to be able to get this through? Stop making fun of me, Dice pouts. You're as bad as Mars. Oh boy, I really messed that up. Did I lose empathy? I think we lost like some friendship points with him. Okay. Maybe I should have just let him like not respond and just wait and let him tell us at his own pace and time what he thinks is out there. Hi, Sulceria! Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat and you can make stuff out of it. Huh, I wonder how she knew that it's like different from the things that you could find on Earth. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. What are you making? Have you seen any monsters? Why aren't you in school? See you later. How about what are you making? Because, like, come on. Why would I want to go to school right now? And I'm kind of hoping that this will be the kind of futuristic, amazing schools that I dream of, where not only are there going to be a ton of awesome plants, but also, like, kids aren't super forced to be there because it's not going to be, like, an institutional structure you are trapped within. Which, if you can't tell, I really hated. There was a reason I broke free for homeschooling as soon as I could, and then had to go back anyway. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about school, and apparently the whole talking about monsters thing didn't go well, so what are you making? Just snow spirals, she says. But earlier, me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in medbay. I like how the kids are just like, oh, a concussion that lasts 2 weeks? I'm sure it's fine. She smiles her broad, gapped-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play! Have you seen any monsters? Maybe sounds okay? How about why aren't you in school this time? She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried, do you? It's okay, she says. Professor Hell is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey! Race you! Not there! She's getting a head start. Aw, man, I really wanted to go into geophonics, but you know what? I'd feel bad if we just left our friend without, like, doing anything. Wait, hello, +2 biology, +2 reasoning, +2... Oh, that's life sciences! Oh my gosh, so is this our professor? No, it's congruence. Oh, what a cool name for a ship's AI. Like, what? And look, she has stickers! Never in my whole life has anyone ever presented the idea of an AI covered in stickers to me. I have to like sit here and process this because now I wish like our like Sims 4 had like stickers that you could use as overlays on your robots, because if I was a robot, I would want to be covered in stickers too. That sounds amazing. Also, she looks really cheerful and happy, and I think we need more concepts of AI like that instead of being all like clinical and dour. Yes, this is an excellent font of ideas here. Anyway, engineering. A low, throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Solceria. So this month we could study life sciences, which would give us +2 to biology. Come back. +2 to, or 1 to reasoning. All right, come on. Give me the deets. +1 to reasoning, 1 friendship with tangent, and 15 stress. Or we could study humanities, which would be creativity. Ooh, creativity, persuasion. +1 with tangent. Oh my gosh, and then stress. So do I want to do biology or do I want to do creativity? Oh man, I mean, look, this is the first time we've ever seen trees, so I'm going to do biology. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologist and up-and-coming chemist. Professor Hal welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. He gestures to his holo-projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything, with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for the engineering classes. The dry sciences and the wet sciences. I love this man. Okay, he's got me hooked on this class route for sure. For today's lesson, Professor Hal tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree. The mushroom trees? Yes! A prominent natural resource native to Verntumna. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over 1 meter a day and have a diameter up to 30 centimeters. Wow, 3 feet a day? That's kind of like bamboo, but it makes more sense that it would grow like that if it was based on some sort of fungi. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You team up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up surveyor notes on the HoloNet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist region of the subaqueous swamp. Okay, good info. What if you use water instead of soil, Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics? Tang nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. Solceria, do you have any suggestions? Let's see. Lower the water's pH, put it under a bright grow light, sing to it daily, run an electric current through it. All of the above. A swamp is not really very bright, but I do think, is it more acidic or basic? I think maybe it would be more basic. So let's try lowering the water pH. You fill the bucket with water and add some spark snow crystals. They are sometimes left over at the end of quiet season. They're mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Oh, dang it, I got it backwards. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on your progress. At first, there's nothing, but by midweek, your little mush tree shoot sprouts up and starts its journey. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Seeing as mush trees don't usually grow where there is spark snow, you're able to conclude they probably don't like acid. Ah, gosh darn it. All right, get to work. Early quiet. Oh my gosh! When you go to worker class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If your total in the circle to the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you can still get a reward for doing your best. Oh my goodness. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Okay, so if the numbers match up, you get a bonus too. Bonus for straights. Oh, where you increase in the numbers. Well, we don't have enough to really do that just yet. The more cards in a flush, pair, or straight, the higher the bonus added to your total. Cards can also affect each other and can be rearranged to find the best total score. Okay, so early quiet life studying biology, no collectibles here. Okay, and that tells us about it. We have the Sun Medallion, which is like +1 to challenges. Oh, that's like an active artifact. Okay, I get it. So then let's try out being a crawling, giggling. Tammy's care +1 to the next card. Friend, or actually, let's take this one down. First words, friend, who's discovering things. Yay! All right, that would get us like a 14 + 1 from the Sun Medallion. Neat, because there we have our flush, and then this is a straight. Oh, because it's 0, 1, 2. Yes, I'm so glad I figured that out. And then 2 of a kind, because there's 2s here, and then 1 of a kind, 1 for 2 of a kind. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's really cool. All right, well, let's win. Victorious! You worked well this month. +1 in biology. Boom! So that increased our skills, I see. Oh, hey, and it gave us a little bit of kudos, which is kind of like the currency of the colony. Your skills increase when you work or go to school, with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters wing. Okay. So then we got +4 in biology, 1 in reasoning, 15 stress. So our stress is going up, and then we want to take a month off sometime. And we got +1 friendship with Tangent, which I think is really cool. Your parents have been working from dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get the crops in the ground right away. But there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric, when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they're making an effort to spend time with you. Huh, so we still live in the ship, I think. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. Also serves as a crutch, huh? I wonder how she feels. How have you been holding up? I'm learning some stuff in school. Like, it's not boring. It's surrounded by plants and mushroom trees. I honestly can't complain. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. If you want to study hard, work hard. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles, and Professor Hal will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it opens. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom. I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means finding your own way, we'll accept that. Oh, the cool parents I have! Oh yes, and my perception went up. Awesome! Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They might have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geophonics, your mom asked. We could use your help. Shoveling dirt in geophonics is now a thing! Okay, so we're in early quiet, and now it's mid-quiet. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so it's the next month. Well, hey, Anemone, how you doing? Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts, and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast, so we could do a trick, bounce it back. Look out, the ball is flying towards you. I think I'm gonna be like, it's flying towards me. You flinch and jump out of the sports ball way as it careens past your head. Whew, that was close. Anemone doubles over laughing. Nice save, Sulceria, she giggles, jogging over to pick up the ball. Not. Want me to show you how to do it? Um, I don't want to hurt her feelings by saying I don't like sports ball. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. An enemy tells you about a new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court, way bigger than the little 0G one on the Stratospheric. Her brother Colm is teaching the junior sports ball team this year. How many, like, kids do we have? That's kind of cool. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me how to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Okay, so that unlocks sports ball in the garrison, and I actually might want to do a little bit of military training if I'm going to be able to survive the gigantic chompy monsters, which I don't enjoy. Alright, thanks, Anemone. So this is the garrison where we could work on the sports ball. Is there anything going on here in the living quarters? Cool! The ship's quarters, oh my gosh, look at how amazing they look, are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge and cafeteria, a creche where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. I'm so happy about this. This is like my dream. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and leave because I want to see what all the different activities we can do this month are. Oh hey, Mars! A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Solceria, Mar calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. The spark smoke would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around it, can you fetch it for me? I mean, okay, especially if I can go ahead and sneak some of those soy sweets. Good, Mars claps. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide and make sweets. Oh, we need to go ahead and reassure Tammy it's gonna be okay. Tammy, she has been really scared to like leave the area, hasn't she? Tammy is staring obliviously into the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Solceria, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? Okay, well, we're here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Aw, Mars, that was so sweet. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Aw. Alright, well, let's go back and deliver this to Mars. Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give it here. Okay, we could say we ate them. I ate them all is a thing we could do. Or here it is, or I want half. Oh my gosh, I would really want to get sharing is caring. That would be so fun. Alright, well, because she was so nice to me, I'm not going to tease her and say I ate them. Even though it would have given me a memory. You hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes it and giggles. You're such a good sidekick, doing everything I say. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip, she tells you. Oh, and Administrator Seek is looking for someone to do the livery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it, because like you, running around out there? No. But go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I'm referring you. She's kind of got mid-management all written all over her, doesn't she? Oh, hey, it's our dad! And our mom! Oh, and it's Dies. Will he talk to us? Dies looks at his feet and pretends not to notice you. So, dare you to eat this worm is something... Become a carnivore? I guess they're like herbivores because it would make a lot more sense just to have like the phonics and the plants to have on your ship. But we can't dare him to do that. Wow, bravery of 20 or more? That's kind of amazing. I can't believe like you'd already want to have that level of skills because I think my bravery is currently 0. Yeah, pretty sure my bravery is at 0 right now. Let's see if Tammy's okay. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her where her study partner used to tease her. I could see myself trying to be her study partner because she's really sweet, but also seems a little distractible, or shy, or just not very confident. So let's be your study partner. Tammy was awful, just awful at Earth history. She thought Europe was the name of an English queen and the Pacific was a famous ceasefire treaty. Facts go in one of her huge ears and back out the other. No matter how hard you tried, she never seemed to improve. Her ears perk up hopefully when she sees you. Hello, Solceria. I was hoping you could help me with some homework. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and say of course. Like, maybe later, like all of these options might be things we might one day want to take, like being, going like rogue in... Going rogue in Teenage Exocolonist might be a good idea, especially because, let's just say that I went renegade in Mass Effect every time because I thought we were supposed to save the universe, just saying. So it'd be interesting to see what would happen if we were, like, Exocolonist renegade in the future. But for now, let's help Tammy with her homework. Okay, so we got a heart, but we lost... one reasoning, but +2 friendship. Oh man, so I had to use up my brain points for that, but that's okay. Oh, thank you, she bounces up and down. You spend a couple hours trying to teach her the difference between exothermic and endothermic reactions. One makes heat and the other absorbs it. Why is this so hard for her to understand? The thing is, Tammy never loses heart when she fails a test or gets an answer wrong. It's inspiring, even though you sometimes feel like you get dumber after studying with her. That's so sad! Tammy, I'm gonna be your friend, don't you worry. So, that actually made me lose some of my reasoning is gone! I need to go back to school for sure. But let's finish up by talking to our parents first. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Just hanging out with my friend, staying in his cool air hair, playing in the fresh air. We'll go ahead and say that. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons! He shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons! Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. I feel like dust season was a dangerous time. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. Oh, this is so cute! Like you can see little hydropots watering everything down in the farms. I love that. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? She asked. Remember, Solceria, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. She points towards the engineering wing, in the back half of the stratospheric's severed frame. Professor Howell's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help out with the work around here. She clasps you on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? What are you doing in geophonics? What's happening in engineering? What can I do in the quarters? What's the garrison? What's going on in command? Can I join expeditions? No, I'm good. All right, let's ask about geophonics because, you know, that's eating. I think that's pretty important. She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of earth plants. We're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up at the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Solceria, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout. It'll help with building those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world, doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mom is really strong. I love our mom. She's amazing. So maybe we can ask about what's going on in the garrison, because it seems like we can ask her all these questions. Security Chief Rhett is organizing a sports ball team. You used to play, didn't you, back on the ship? It'll be different here with the planet's gravity. Of all the adults in the colony, Rhett and your mom are the most like soldiers you've seen on a holovid. For a moment, you think your mom's going to suggest something else. Then she shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. Ooh, we can ask her all these questions. Can I join expeditions? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous. She shakes her head. Your father would be worried. Aww. Especially because he calls us his little gooseberry potato sprout. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find out, and then maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't gonna budge on this one. For now, stay inside the walls. Okay, what's going on in command? I think Seek said they need someone to deliver supplies for the depot. Depot. Yeah, well, I'll get that eventually. They're also setting up a shop there, if you've got some kudos to spend. And of course, that's where Captain, Governor Edicott works. But you shouldn't bother her. She's a busy woman, and she doesn't have your mother's patience with kids. You try not to giggle. Your mom isn't usually known for her patience. So what about engineering? Hal's teaching classes on life sciences, engineering, and humanities. If you pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there in a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but, well, I'll be honest with you, she says, gesturing to the fields. We do need every pair of hands we can get. If you want to work with me here in geophonics, I suggest studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. Oh dear. Actually, rather than moving soil, that makes me want to run back to class so we can actually do cool things instead. And then finally, the quarters. If you need a break, she advises, you can visit the lounge and see your friends. But, she whines, raising a finger, I don't want to see you lounging around all the time. You need to work hard too. Okay, bye! That's so cool, you guys! Oh my gosh, I am so excited for these adventures. I know it seems like it's slow because we're kind of limited in area, but very clearly they've made it clear, oh, I'm playing in the spark snow. So cool. Then that's because we're a kid and time is going to be passing very quickly indeed. So, all right. I think now I'm torn between going into the geophonics just to admire all the plants or actually paying attention to everything in biology class. And I'm really excited about where our adventures are going to take us next. So if you guys could, do please leave a like for our expeditions here on this new planet. And if you would like to join us on this and literally over 10,000 other adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!